Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back again to another session of one question a day, learning incrementally, answering questions in tooth morphology and oral histology. The question that we are going to deal with is flush terminal plane, a very often repeatedly asked university question. And it is very important to know from preventive aspect in general dentistry practice also. So what is this flush terminal plane? Flush terminal plane is the relationship in the primary dentition. Point number one, it's a molar relationship in the primary dentition that can be classified as straight or what we call it as the flush terminal plane. The other options are the mesial step and the distal step. What do we see? The distal surface, second point, the distal surface of maxillary and mandibular second decidual molar relationship is known as the terminal plane. The relationship, how the form, and the molar relation can be described. It was described by Moyers and Barry's basis of this relationship. Okay, they are in the same vertical plane, and it can be forming three pattern. One is a straight when the distal surface of the maxillary second molar and deciduous mandibular second molar, when they are straight, it is called as flush terminal plane. If it is maxillary is little bit ahead and mandibular is little bit backward, then it forms what we call it as a distal step. Distal step. And a mesial step is when the mandibular molar is ahead of the maxilla. It forms a mesial step. So these are the three levels possible. Why is this clinically important? Because it is a reflective of or a possibility of a future prediction. It can be used to predict the type of occlusion which this relationship will later land up. For example, the flush terminal plane, when it is straight, rarely it turns up into a class 2 molar relationship or an end-on-end or a class 1 molar relationship. The distal step usually ends up with a class 2 molar relationship. Usually about 80% of the time, if there is no proper growth intervention or modification, it may end up in class 2 molar relationship. The mesial step usually ends up with class 3 molar relationship in 20 to 25% of the cases. A flush terminal plane could end up in a class 2, class 1 or class 3. So that is what it makes it very important. So appropriate periodical treatment planning or visits during the mixed dentition phase is essential so that you can guide this emerging malocclusion or correct it then and there, so that the flush terminal plane serves as an indicator how it can proceed.